Hi, in this video I'll be discussing my construction and how it linked to theories and our storyboard that we made. First of all, I'm going to talk about the theories, and the first theory I'll talk about is the monstrous feminine. So this is Barbara Creed's theory and the monstrous feminine theory, and that is that within the media, women are often portrayed as monstrous. So we use this narrative by making our villain not only a woman but also making her monstrous by causing destruction and death. We also use Todorow's theory, narrative theory, and this is basically states that most of the story's plot follow the same pattern. So the first being the start, where everything is relaxed and happy. An example of this in our trailer is that when the group of friends are chatting at school and then going to one of the friends' house for a drink up. The second part of the story will feature a problem to disrupt the happiness. In our trailer, this was the bath scene when the protagonist summoned the spirit, and then she appeared with the protagonist in the bath with her. And the third part of the theory is when everyone realizes that there's a problem. So in our trailer, this would be when two of the characters are having a Skype call, and one of them says, "She's standing right behind you." And so that scene is supposed to represent when they both realize that they're both being followed by the spirit. The fourth part of the plot is when the characters attempt to repair their damage and restore the problem. So in our trailer, this would be when the characters approach their teacher and ask him to translate a message that the spirit left them in Latin. And then finally, the last one would be the binary opposites. And we use this with colours and also with the villain and one of the most innocent characters in our story. So in the bathroom scene, the villain is dressed in white while the protagonist is in black. This was a play on the theory as it would traditionally be the other way around, where the villain would be in black and the character would be in white. Also, because black often carries negative connotations of darkness and evil, while white often represents purity and good. We also use the binary opposites when they were in the tunnel when one of the characters was being followed by the villain, and it was like the character was almost smiling, looking innocent and happy on her phone, walking through this grimy, dirty tunnel while the villain was coming towards her with like angry face, and that was the opposition. But as we did with the bathroom scene, the villain was wearing white again, and the innocent character was wearing all black as well. So now I'm going to discuss the links between our trailer and the storyboard. So firstly, we have the school scene, and this was basically, we kept this the same, that they would all be in school and they'll discuss this. But then we changed this part where they would go and look on Twitter for games. So instead of them reading about Twitter games, we just went straight to the school scene, to the house scene. And one of the friends says, "Have you guys ever heard of this?" Because we decided to just have them like lazing around on the bed, bored, and then one of them being on the phone, because we thought that would make more sense than to have them just randomly looking for a game without like having an idea of why. We also kept this scene the same of her in the bath summoning, and this one where she sees the villain behind her. We had that as well in the bathroom. We didn't put in the scene where they have the Latin because we felt like that would reveal too much about the storyline. So we just had them go to the teacher and say, "Can you translate for us?" Make the viewer wonder why, and just be more intrigued to see the film instead of just putting most of the narrative in the trailer. We had a scene of a character in the shower, but instead of putting the Latin on the mirror, we just had the lights flashing on and off. We kept the tunnel scene as well, and we also kept the scene of them asking their teacher what the Latin means. Here we also have the scene of one of the characters being dragged down the stairs, but we did not keep this scene of them discussing about it, but instead, this scene they're discussing it, and they're also trying to say to make the demon go away. We also felt like this would reveal too much about the narrative, etc. So we did not add that into the trailer. Instead, we replaced it with them having a Skype call. So there's multiple shots of two of the characters having a Skype call and saying she's behind her and just saying, "Oh, you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost." We kept this scene of showing the main protagonist and her senses. Basically, it was just showing her facial expression and her twitching, showing the effects of the following of the demon. So we kept that. Yeah, that's it.